Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your co-hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
It is a beautiful day today.
It is, and I feel like it's actually happening.
It's almost like you can't say it because if you say it, it's like traffic. You can't say I'm not in traffic. You will eventually hit it.
I know.
But
the weather yesterday afternoon was lovely. I actually had a chance to go outside and
did you?
Walk around.
Oh.
I never get the opportunity to do that. Plus, it was actually nice.
It was beautiful
but
out.
Today's supposed to be even warmer.
Yes.
And one of our coworkers got this amazing video of the sunrise today. I think she said it was Narragansett.
Is this where it was from?
It's from one of our cameras here in the station.
It was actually really cool to see.
Gorgeous video. I think we have it. There it is. Look at that. That looks like, I don't even know where.
It almost looks like Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right? And you see the paddleboard?
I was going to say, down at the bottom, there's a little paddleboarder, and they eventually, raise their arm. It was like a movie scene.
It is a perfect shot. Oh, my God. What was that movie with Keanu Reeves? He was a surfer?
Endless Summer?
No. Oh, my God.
I don't know who's in that movie, but I feel like it looks like Endless Summer.
Well, it looks like that. I'm totally, probably aging myself right now. But, oh, my God, it looks great.
It was so beautiful. Now, do you get a sunrise at your house? Can you see the sunrise from your house? I have the sunrise at my house.
I do have it at my house. Yeah.
And that's pretty much one of the best parts of my day every day.
Well, in our bedroom too, it's as soon as that sun starts to come up, usually, I'm up very early, but when I go up to get ready for work, the sun is kind of just now rising. It's very pretty.
It's up really early now. I see exactly when it comes up. It's starting to rise at 4:30 in the morning.
It's pretty early. It's pretty early.
It's that pre-dawn glow.
It's so good.
It's so beautiful. I just feel like it's signs of summer are here.
It is signs of summer. I'm telling you. And so I have one summer baby. And so the summer to me is always just a fun time because I just remember having her at the summer, going to the pool and the beach. And it's just a fun time of year.
It really is. Another sign of summer.
Uh-oh.
Actually,
this was a big deal. We opened this today. Ready?
So over on the road show, obviously,
there we go. Rhode Island Monthly.
Is pretty good. I'm figuring
best of Rhode. You're actually very good at doing that. Look at that.
There you go. All
so
right,
we got to open it.
We are.
There we go. We are. Congratulations. We are a winner of something. We don't quite know what yet. I'm gonna guess, I think, what it is, but I'm assuming.
You never know because they always are having new categories and stuff.
Yeah, that was a big deal. I'm excited for that.
But it's always so exciting to get this.
Well, the best was this morning when we did a live opening on the road show. As a joke, I kissed it in front of Jamie Quello on the show, and then I put everyone's winning invitation back together. I heard Ashley go, "Brendan, come here for a second."
I was like, let me see your invitation.
She was wondering why it was so I by mistake gave you mine, the kissing.
I was like, somebody kissed
She was
mine.
like, someone kissed hers. I was like, that's just mine. I said, I'll trade with you. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, not a big deal, but yes.
No, I wasn't sure if it was part of the design that they
wouldn't have been a bad
design.
This year.
I don't know.
The little kiss right on it.
Always doing things out of the box.
Right, absolutely.
Maybe part
I wouldn't have minded that
design, but it's really cool every year that they do this. So obviously, I think most people know the best of Rhode Island, Rhode Island Monthly Awards every summer.
Right.
There's all different categories. There's statewide. There's regional. There's editors' picks. Typically, what we win is
morning show, right?
Is it morning show or is it lifestyle show? Actually, now I don't even
remember.
Maybe
it is lifestyle show.
I actually don't remember now because I think morning show wouldn't that also
be like a newsy? So I think it is lifestyle show.
So anyway.
Yeah. So
that's exciting, something to look forward to.
But even Jamie was saying, we live in such a time where small businesses, it's so important, especially Rhode Islanders. We do come out and support small businesses, whether it's a store or a restaurant, whatever it is. And it's a time for everybody to come together because there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into every profession. So it's wonderful to celebrate some spotlight ones that are going to be recognized.
Well, and we really we talk about this all the time. All of New England is wonderful, and it's great that it's accessible for us to get everywhere. But Rhode Island is such a gem, and we have so many amazing places, restaurants, businesses, boutiques. Just everything, not to mention our natural beauty. So to be able to celebrate that
it's going to be fun.
Is an exciting thing, and everyone's, just happy to have a little recognition.
I love it. It's a great time. It's a great night out. And stick around because we have another great time coming. We have a fun guest with us. She's, one of the spotlight influencers.
And I was going to say, another
in Rhode
champion
Island.
of local businesses.
Big champion. And we're excited to have her on. So stick around. We'll be right back. Back to Spotlight New England. So our next guest, I want to say she's one of the OG influencers, especially when it comes to really being able to support local restaurants, talk about the best food in Rhode Island. Laura Afonso, Buns and Bites. We are so excited you're here with us this morning.
I'm excited to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, we're thrilled. When we were talking about guests we wanted to have on, you were one of the first names that came up. So
Appreciate
I'm
that.
glad we could
Truly.
align it so that you could come in. I don't even know where to start because I feel like there's so much we want to get into, but I guess maybe just starting with like how you did end up getting into the content creator kind of zone. Was that something you had always thought about? Like, how did this come about?
Honestly, it wasn't necessarily something that I had always thought about. It was something that and this is in the early years of Instagram.
It really was early. When did
I've
you
been
start?
doing this for about 8 years.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's crazy to think about. Like, I would have not imagined that I would be here now.
Yeah.
When I first started it. So the idea kind of came to mind. I really wanted to start a food blog that was just like fun, cheeky, different, like girly, like just all around fun and a little bit different from a traditional food blog. Something that would stick out, something that when you're scrolling, you might see it and be like, that's Buns and Bites. Something that will, just more me.
Yes.
So I had the idea, I played with it for a little while, and then I was like, I should just do it. I should just pull the trigger and do it. But back in 2017, Instagram looked very different.
Yeah, it did.
It was, just a little square. You didn't have video, you didn't have reels. And honestly, once reels came out is when I really saw the growth happen.
Wow.
But that
Much
was
has
years in
changed.
between. It really has.
Yeah.
When I started in 2017, they had just launched stories.
Okay.
Wow.
So I remember even when they did that, I was kind of like, why do I need this?
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
now I
addicted
need
to
it. Yeah, exactly.
How do I live without it?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But so then you ended up doing like more of the video, and is that when you started kind of like seeing more like traction or just like people noticing your account more, or were they responding to the photos?
They definitely responded to the photos. I received support from day one. I always say that like my friends, my family, people, like the friends of friends, people who were just interested in Rhode Island, people who were interested in food, they supported me from day one. And so it was always there with the photos. But I think that once the platforms introduced video is when I saw, it was kind of like a slow incline and then like it
just
kind of
catapulted.
took off once video really was introduced. And I think it just because it became more interactive. Like you can see the cheese pulls, you can see how good everything looks. Like I can capture that beautifully in a photo, but really in a video, it's more of like engaging. So I just saw my followers almost double when Reels came out. And at that point, I think I had like maybe like 30,000 followers.
Which is an amazing number too.
Yeah, which
But
was great. But then it just kind of it doubled, and so it kind of took off from there.
And it's very organic the way that you've done this and you've grown your brand. I mean, it's kind of amazing to see and so admirable to just watch that happen, because obviously we know how weird social media
It can
be.
get weird. It definitely can be a little funky sometimes.
Yeah. So to see that like you just have, and you've been like so like consistent with
She's
it.
very consistent. You really are.
That is something that I take very seriously. This is it started off as a little hobby, and now it's a part of my career. So I take it very seriously. I take content creation and creating that very seriously.
Yeah.
And so from day one, before I even made my first post, I had about a month's worth of content. Wow. So I could always have something to push out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be lagging and like being like, I got to go, like quickly grab content. I wanted it to be quality. I wanted it to be good. So that was really important to me from day one. I've never stopped. I've never had like a lull where I'm like, I'm taking a break. I just want to have lots of content pushed out for you guys.
He's a very hard worker. I will say, so I have like 2 Laura stories. I probably you don't even know about. But so you had done something with my husband, the Backyard Food Company, when you just were doing the images.
Yes.
And that was when I first really got introduced to Laura, because for them it was like such a big deal. So what you do for small businesses, putting them on the map more, really reaching an audience that they hadn't been able to reach on their own, especially social media is the wild, wild west.
It really was.
And then when I went to an event, it was during COVID, we did an outdoor walk in Providence.
so much fun.
And I have to say, I went in not knowing anybody. You know, you go to these events many times, and you're like kind of like,
don't know who's
I'm gonna
gonna
go
be there.
Right. You get a little nervous coming in. And when I tell you that Laura and your husband, like, just were so gracious and so kind, and it just so you are, obviously you're a hard worker and you're, a beautiful woman, but you are as beautiful on the inside too. Because I will say that meant a lot to me, because I remember feeling very nervous about going. And you guys just being kind of just like taking me right in and just making the night really special.
I love that.
So,
I had such a great time with you. That was the first time I really got to know you.
Yeah.
So, I know.
It is. No, you're great. But I do want to ask you, so when you must have so many businesses knocking on your door to get there, talk about them, work with them. How do you decide really what ones and what restaurants like you're gonna go with?
Yeah, because this is something that's important to me. Having the integrity of the restaurants that I'm posting about, the businesses, it needs to be something that I align with. It has to be something that I'm enthusiastic about. I want to go there and eat. I want to spend my time and my money there.
Yeah.
Because if I'm sharing it, and you guys go and you have bad experiences because, I just said yes to everybody.
Right.
After a couple of times, you're going to say, I'm not going to take her seriously anymore. So it's very important that I am always following something that's true to myself.
So smart.
So there are many businesses that will reach out. Basically, if a lot of the time it's a business I've either been to myself before, so I know that I like it.
Yes.
Or I'll try to scout it. I'll talk to friends who have been there. I'll kind of like do like a little bit of a deep dive on social. What's it look like? I try to just check it out and try to get the scoop on it before I necessarily say yes if I haven't already experienced it yet myself.
Right.
Because like I said, I just think the integrity piece of it, working with businesses that I really like.
That you really like.
Yeah.
And how do you incorporate it in? Because I do love, if you're not following her also on TikTok, you share more lifestyle content on TikTok, which I think is a great kind of behind the scenes look as to like who you truly are.
Yes.
And I've seen more of that actually in your content. You get to know a little bit more who Laura is.
Yeah, I feel like more of your personality is like, you're like letting it out. I'm sure it was always there, but like I feel like you're like freeing yourself a little bit.
Yeah, how do you like that? Do you enjoy kind of like, especially on TikTok? It's day in the life.
You can do anything.
Great.
On
I know. I feel like nobody I'm not because I'm not you. I feel like nobody sees my TikTok, so like I'm like, yeah, I'll post that on TikTok.
People are out there.
Like, I get like I get like 100 views. So I'm like, that's fine.
That's how that goes. Sometimes I post something on TikTok, it gets 1,000 views, and the next day I post something, it gets 100,000 views. So it's kind of like, all right, well, I'll throw it up there.
Throw it up there.
Yeah, right.
Then that's great. But if not,
true.
oh well. So yeah, I've been posting more lifestyle things, like more of like a day in my life. This is really what my whole day looked like. So a realistic peek into what I do in my day to day.
Right.
As well as like a lot of the time, if I'm filming content for Instagram, I'll put it on TikTok as well.
Gotcha.
A lot of people, honestly, more people that I connect with in the world on the streets, they're like, I follow you on TikTok.
Oh,
so
no
more
way.
people
That's
from TikTok. So I make sure that everything that I put on Instagram also goes on TikTok.
So
but I like
smart.
to use the platforms and their tools in different ways. Like I'll put things that I would put on TikTok and my Instagram stories. And like those people that frequently watch my stories, like they're getting a more personal look at my life than just the posts. The posts on Instagram are intended to be like a catalog of where you should go to eat. That's why I want people to use my page as. Visit it, scroll through it, and see what looks good, what is interesting to you, which businesses you want to check out. That's what that is there for. So it's supposed to be a little bit more polished. While it's on TikTok, it can be a little more zany, a little more like kooky, more personal, like more you. Because I'll just post something like me eating something like for 30 seconds on TikTok. Well, I might not put that on Instagram because the intention is for my Instagram page to be more of like a catalog of this is what looks good.
Absolutely.
So you're strategic then. Like you really like think out what you're gonna. So like that again.
Very
this
smart.
is like tips for people if they're looking to kind of like be doing something more. I mean, we sometimes will just throw things up and
just throw stuff up and not really know about
but
it.
I feel like if you are maybe a little more thoughtful about it,
like
that it would like
the consistency and like you said, knowing there's different audiences, like as to in the different platforms,
definitely.
And you've created too like a great community around you.
Yeah,
I love seeing that. Like, how important is that for you too?
It's incredibly important, and it was a big part of the foundation of when I started Buns and Bites. That it's a lot about connecting with other women.
Yeah.
Obviously, social media can create a lot of pressure for women, and so that was a big component. The Buns and the Bites. Of when I started, that I really wanted to connect with other girls, and I cannot tell you how many friendships I have started from Buns and Bites. Just people who I've connected with DMs that have turned into real life friends. Like it's crazy. So the community is huge for me. I love talking to people. I love meeting people on the street.
Yeah.
So it's definitely. I feel like Rhode Island is very community based, and so it's only natural that this page for me would be very community driven.
I love that aspect of social media, and I think that that's my favorite part about it is when you are able to kind of connect with people like genuinely now, and it's so exciting to be able, like, you know, even people who are in other places or locally that maybe you wouldn't run into, and now you're able to, like you said, it becomes friendships. And I love that you're like a girl's girl. So like I've noticed
You
how
really are.
you
It's
now
great.
are incorporating like other people into your videos. Tell us more about that, because that's fun to watch too.
Yeah. So when I started Buns and Bites in 2017, I had girls come with me to almost every photo shoot. Like anytime I was filming content, I'd be like, "Who's coming? We're gonna go out to eat. We gotta get pictures and videos." And like they were all, I always had girls with me. And then when COVID hit, like obviously when we were taking pictures, we we're like very close together. So I couldn't really have other girls with me. We were like so close together and like eating things. So I kind of stopped having girls come with me on photo shoots during COVID. And then from there, I just kind of got used to like not having to like ask people and schedule them. And sometimes it can be kind of tough where I'm like, do you want to come? Do you want to come? Who can come? So that part of it, I kind of just got used to like filming on my own. But in the past like year or so, I'm like, I got to get back to having girls come with me, because that is the foundation of it, is like celebrating other women around us. And you know, this week I'd be like working with a nurse, and then the next week I'm working with a chef, and like,
I love that.
And getting to meet all these girls, and sometimes they're friends of mine who I know personally, and then sometimes I'll post something saying like, who is available and tomorrow at noon. It'll be a complete stranger, and we'll sit down and we'll have food together, we take pictures, and then now they're a friend. So
I didn't realize that.
Sometimes I'm like, I meet you for the first time when you come.
That's awesome.
So fun. I didn't know that you did that.
Fun.
I just assumed they were all your friends.
That is
like,
awesome.
They're all my friends now.
Like
once you see the pictures, then they're my friend, because that's how we meet.
I was gonna say that's how like that's how true it actually is. And tell me this too, because I was even just watching the TikTok when you were in Bristol at the Sunset Cafe.
Oh, I know, I saw that one too. I was like, I need to go get the pancake.
I'm getting the pancake.
I heard.
I swear.
I was like, she said it's the best one. I need to get there immediately.
I definitely bookmarked it. My
and
parents
you're
live right
over
down
there,
the street.
so no excuse.
I know. I'm totally going. But like, do people? Is it ever lost on you when people stop you, want to take photos? I mean, I have to imagine every time you're out and about, you're at least stopped once or twice. Am I right?
It does happen sometimes.
Which is a great thing, because it means that people are watching the content and they're excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And my husband's always like, "Oh, I just heard that person over there like saying, like,
like Buns and Bites, Buns and Bites."
They've got their camera up over there. Yeah,
I know. So I love it, especially like I love to meet the girls. Like I will say hello to anyone. Like this is a part of social media. Like you just said, like it's connecting people in a way that we've never really had before. So if we're friends on the internet, we can be friends in real life.
I love it.
Just like
I
say
think
hi.
it's so fun.
It is fun.
Yes.
What did you originally want to do with your life? I mean, I know when we have influencers in here or we've talked to them on the show, it is an unexpected profession.
It is.
Well, you're a foodie though, right? Like you always have been. That's not like a persona.
No, you just like fall.
So like food's always been. Is that how it kind of naturally developed into
like
that?
were you doing something else and then this just kind of happened to?
Yeah. Well, this started because I was like, oh, I love going out to eat.
Yeah.
I don't cook at home very often. Well, now I don't really have to, but I love going out to eat, and Rhode Island has so many great restaurants that like there's just always something new to try. There's just always a good restaurant to go to. And I almost like took it as like a hobby that I'm like, going out and trying new restaurants. So that was like a big part of it in the beginning. Then I'm like, there's so many great restaurants. Like I'd love to catalog them and put them online. That was like a big part of when I started it. So I did not ever think that like I'd be doing this for work. So when I first started Buns and Bites, I was in grad school. So I was getting my master's in educational counseling.
Gotcha.
So I graduated, I started working in higher ed, and I was planning on doing that for a while. And then this was a surprise. This kind of just it got to a point where I could actually like pursue it as a profession.
That's incredible. And we have to ask you, of course, before we let you go, because you know everything. Like some of your favorites, I know it's hard to choose, but like some of your go-to spots, if people were like, you know, where should I go to dinner, or take somebody out that's from out of state, something like that. Some of your like always list.
Well, let me first say with a very like sad heart. That
I know.
Tunic is always my very first answer to this. And like I could cry talking about it. I don't know if you guys know this, but I worked there for
I did know only from,
decade.
again, your social media. I didn't realize that.
So it was a very big part of my life for a long time. Perry is like just
I can see you getting emotional right now.
I know. It was so usually when I'm asked that,
that's always
like
that's your go-to.
It's for like for locals. It's for if you've got people visiting.
Right.
So it's gonna be a sad summer. Hopefully they'll be able to rebuild and reopen soon enough.
Right.
So beyond that, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, what else can I recommend? I always recommend Oberlin. always have a fantastic experience there.
Yeah.
Get the crudo plate, get a pasta. Like, you cannot go wrong.
Okay.
Oberlin gift tours, like that's a great date night.
Okay.
You can do them.
I've
in
never been to
combo.
the gift tour, so I
Oh,
gotta
you
go there.
Go. So go to gift
I
tours.
feel like I don't get out.
Yeah.
No, we don't get out
Get a
enough. We
martini.
need
get some
Laura. We
posters,
need Laura in
and
our
then go
life.
to Oberlin for dinner. Like, make your dinner reservation at Oberlin. Go to gift tours beforehand.
Okay.
So if you
That's
can
a
do, because
great
they're
tip.
connected.
Yeah.
They are right next door to each
Yep.
other. But if you're looking for something a little bit more casual, Limbs in Wayland Square, I frequent there.
I've seen you
I'm a
post
frequent
about that.
flyer at Limbs for sushi. It is my number one for sushi.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes,
Writing that
number
down.
one, like hardcore. I love Brasa y Chifa. Like, can count on like for a
They're
good
part
casual,
of
Los Angeles.
yeah, okay.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
So for like good casual, like takeout.
Oh, that's a
take
good
it home.
idea. Okay.
Love Brasa y Chifa. Big portions, great prices.
What types of food do they have there?
So they do like rotisserie chicken,
Okay.
wok rice, noodles, vegetables. Like, you can get like a combo plate, and like you
That
kind of like
sounds
go down the
delicious.
line and pick what you want.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
And again, like big portions. Like, you could probably, like, often my husband and I will get it and we'll share. Like,
Yeah.
one
Oh, it's that-
plate, because
okay.
it can be a really good portion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Oh, this is. I'm taking.
I know.
notes. I
That,
have
like
to.
that's literally like a whole other episode we could do with Laura.
yeah.
Laura, thank you so much for coming. We have to have you back. I
We,
feel like
I,
we
I
have
was gonna
to have
say,
her
I feel
back.
like
So
we've
much
only
fun.
scratched
So
the surface.
I know, because I think you are such a great person, such good energy, and you really do. You have created such a great community for
Yeah,
yourself.
you have, and
to
it's been so
support
fun for
businesses
us
in Rhode
to
Island.
get to know you
Yes.
better too.
Yeah, we have to support small business.
It's true.
That's what Rhode Island is all about.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. Well, Laura, you're the best. Thank you so much.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
And stick around. Spotlight New England. We'll be right back. Welcome to Spotlight New England. We are back, and we're going to talk about something that I've been wanting to do for a while
Yeah,
now.
you've been talking about this, and you
love it.
love this location too.
I do. So Blythewald, right over in Bristol. It's the Blythewald Mansion, and obviously the gardens that they have there. I had my wedding reception there, and then after having 4 boys and finally a little girl, you actually came to this. I had my
did,
baby. I had my
yeah.
baby shower right there as well. So it's a special spot for us.
Yeah.
So my mom and my dad, they live in Bristol, and I took my mother to the teas and scones. It
Yeah.
was her Mother's Day gift that I gave her, and they have it on the back porch. There's my
Oh, there's
mom
your
right
mom.
there with her little teacup, and they give you like the scones and the tea and truffles, and the tea is all you can drink, and it was just like a really nice time. You can see that again we're on that back porch,
Yeah.
but like the view out front is just beautiful. I mean, you have the
Blythewald
bay
is
right in front of you.
Beautiful. I love Blythewald. It's such a
mean,
well,
look
and
at
I
that.
love Bristol in general because as I've already talked about, I went to Roger Williams, so I
Yes.
just love getting back to Bristol. But I've done a lot of segments there, and it's just gorgeous.
It's beautiful, and they said they have a bunch of events coming up, and I just love that space. It's like I
so
feel
is
like
this
a hidden
something
gem.
you can do kind of all the time? Do they do the tea all year? Is it seasonal?
So they do it seasonally. So you can do it now through August. They
Okay.
have an 11 and a 1 o'clock. It's during the week. Sit down tea and scones, what they call it, and it really is. So if you're and if you become a member of Blythewald,
Yep.
which we've been for years, they have like a member's price,
Yeah.
and then you can get it just if you want to come in as a guest. And I have to say, it's great. It's fun. We toured the grounds afterwards. So if you're looking for just something to do in Rhode Island, maybe it's just a weekday. You just want to just get out with some girlfriends, or again, like your mom or somebody special to you. This is a great thing to do.
It's
loved
always
it.
a good visit because they have, like you said, this, but there's events all the time. Like
They have stuff all
and
the
they
time.
sell out a lot. So if you really go to
Yes.
their website and look at their calendar and kind of see what they have coming up and what interests you, because
Yes.
their grounds are beautiful. They have so many
Oh,
different
it's
types of
gorgeous.
flowers and plants, and now they have those bamboo birds. Did you see those?
Yes,
when you
I
were
did
there?
see. I did see them.
So those are new this year.
I didn't realize that they actually had them until I went with my mother.
So this is like another kind of like art installation. We're
So
starting
cool.
to see these kind of pop up more in places.
and you can see them right as you drive by on the main road. You
Oh,
can
can
see
you see
one
them
of
from
them.
the main-
Yes, you can. It was really cool. I loved it.
There's a lot there to
It's
see
beautiful.
and do, and again, just always a beautiful spot.
I'm telling you, that Christmas tea, I was just kind of joking around.
Yes.
It's like as hard as getting your
You
kid
can't
into
get
summer
you
camp.
can't get in.
I'm like, I got to know when to sign up for this, because they do. They have great things year round.
They do.
So, to make sure you do it.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England, and we'll see you next time.